The Adam and Eve Story by Janice Jones, from my poetic, slightly ghetto point of view. Really, Adam? Really, Eve? The forbidden fruit from the knowledge tree? You know, I hope it was delicious, juicy, and worth it. Out of all the fruit available in the garden, and y'all had to listen to a serpent. And to make matters worse, Eve went around sharing the curse. For one can't consume forbidden fruit alone. Gave it to Adam like, here, try this. So now we both can be in the wrong. Then they tried to hide. Somebody help me understand what wisdom was obtained in being like God, yet still a man. Then here comes Adam's dry snitching behind, shifting the blame from himself onto Eve and a little onto God. The woman you put here gave me the fruit. This wasn't my idea. Eve, tell God the truth. Then, when questioned by God, Eve just confessed, stating, but that's not all the story. God, let me tell you the rest. See, what had happened was, in the garden there was a serpent. And we ended up talking because I was a little hungry, so I was looking for something to eat. I was just minding my own business, Lord, and that serpent came up to me. I watched it come over to me, and when it got to me, it rose. Looking me straight in my eyes, it asked me, what are you in search of? I replied, food, I'm hungry, so I'm looking for something to eat. Then the serpent asked me, did God really say you must not eat of any tree in this garden? I said, no. He said we can eat from all these trees, except that one in the middle. From it we must not eat. God said we can't even touch it or we would surely die. You ain't gonna die, the serpent said. That's a lie. God, he said you knew if we ate that fruit, our eyes would be open or something, and we'd be more like you. And it looked so good, I couldn't see the harm from that point of view. I was tricked by that serpent. It had me convinced that I needed this wisdom, if that makes any sense. Then the Lord turned to the serpent. You sorry, low down wannabe Machiavelli. Because you have done this, you will forever be cursed, eat dust, and crawl on your belly. And Eve, you know you wrong. I know I made myself very clear. Because of your deliberate disobedience, your labor during childbirth will be painful. Your childbearing, very severe. Now, Adam, how you gonna listen to the company that I made for you? Talking about she gave me the fruit. But what did I tell you? You must not do. Cursed is this ground because of you. Through painful toil and by the sweat of your brow will you eat your food. Then God said to them, now go on and get these clothes and go on and get out. You thought you was grown and now you know too much. Can't have you get into my tree of life trying to choose that route. Get on out there and get that ground a touch. Then he slammed the door. Bam! And then they heard the deadbolt lock. This is my version of Adam and Eve. For the real version, see Genesis 3 in its entirety. Now, this is my section for a little self reflection. Let us not be quick to judge in this deception. But have you ever had an Eve like spirit in your possession? Have you ever been deceived into going the wrong direction? Have you ever had a new better that didn't do better type of selection? And what about that old Adam spirit? Have you ever received advice from a mess? Unrequested, ignorant assurance that you knew not to address? And yet you listened anyway, I guess. Yet I must confess, I too have this stress. Kinda hard to express, so I digress in retrospect. This concludes our section to reflect. Let us go and be mindful to seek God before we select. My Adam and Eve Story by Janice Jones. Thanks for watching.